Preaching specifically, I mean practically. I'm not going to say much on this because I really would like to get to questions and answers, but this is the one area where most books, I've done a lot of reading of preaching books recently, and I've been very unhappy with preaching books on this subject of preaching to the heart. In this, however, when it comes to application, there are books out there talking about application. And that's important. The main point is application should be very, very specific. You need to try very hard not to get to the end of the sermon and say, well, you can think of some practical implications. No, help the people think about practical implications. Application should in some ways be dialogical. You should look to people and say, look, maybe you agree that pride is a problem, that pride is good, bad, and humility is good, but maybe you don't think you've got a problem with pride. But if you don't have a problem with pride, let me ask you a question, Christians. Do you have any problem talking to your non-Christian neighbors about Jesus? Oh, you do? Why? What are you afraid of? Maybe that is pride. And so what am I doing at that point? There needs to be, you need to not only be specific, but you need to give people questions. You need to dialogue with them. You need to enter into conversation with them. You need to give them some tests. It's extraordinarily important. You almost need to turn some parts of the sermon into counseling, where you say, look, I know that this hasn't been easy, but if you understand this, talk right directly to them about how, imagine you're in a pastoral setting, and the person is saying, how do I apply this to my life? And just do it right there in the sermon to everybody.